In this video, we are going to see how to create infinity items from Airtable records. So here my objective is every time new information added in my record in Airtable, which is my spreadsheet, then automatically an item should be created in Infinity, which is a team management software. Now how can we do that? For this, we will be integrating these two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger application will be Airtable and my action application will be Infinity. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here we have reached the landing page. Since I'm an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. And if you are a new user, you can always sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. As we do that, here we have reached all apps page. These are the various products of Pabbly. I'm going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the dashboard. Now you can see a tab create workflow on the right hand side. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now what is my objective here? I want to create infinity items from Airtable records. So I'm going to click on create here. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Now trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here will be the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be Airtable. Let's click on this. And the trigger event, which is the event that is going to make this workflow run, here it will be new record. Now here on the right hand side it is written that this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes, which basically means that this trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So the workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on connect, and as I do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with the Airtable account. I'm going to select add new connection. Now to set up this connection we need a token, and here for this token first you have to log into your Airtable account. I already have done that, so I'm going to go to this hyperlink developer hub, and as we do that, here you can see we have reached personal access token page. On the right hand side we have a tab create new token. Let's click on this. Now here you have to name it. So I'm going to name it as new 345. So this is the name of my token. And here we have to add the scopes. So as you click on this, here we have all the scopes. Let's add them. So here we have data records write. Then we have data record comments write. Then we have data record comments read. Then we have schema basis read. And then we have schema basis write, then webhook manage. Once these are added, then we have to add a base. Here I'm going to select all current and future bases in all current and future workspaces. Let's click on this. So once this is done, let's create token, and here we have received the key. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this token here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. Now once this is done, here we have to enter the name of the base and the table. Now to do this, first I'm going to take you to my Airtable account. So this here is my Airtable account. So these are the various bases. Now you can easily create your own base. I have created the base. The name is automation. The name of this table is form responses. Now each base can have multiple tables. Now in this particular table, I have the following columns: first name, last name, email address and mobile number. And now whenever you have to integrate Airtable with Pabbly Connect, you always have to create a field. The name is created field. So here I'm going to look for created. Okay, so here as I take you down, you can see created time, and now I'm going to name this file as created. Let's click on create field. And as we do that, here you can see that the field has been created. This is going to capture the time and date of the response received. Now once this is done, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect and let's select the base. The base here is automation. Let's click on this. Now since there was only one table, it has already been captured by the system, and you can see the trigger field, the created field is also here. Always remember that it is a must to create a field in your table schema with the field name created and field type created time, because if you do not do that, so this trigger is not going to work correctly. Now once this is done, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here you can see I have received no response. Why? Because as of now this table is absolute blank. So I'm going to fill in some information. Let's say the first name is demo, the last name is user, then we have the email address which is demouser@pabblytudes.com, and then we have the mobile number. So I have added the information here, taking you back to Pabbly Connect. Let's again capture the response. And here you can see this time we have received the response. This here is the mobile number, last name, first name, this here is the email address, and then we have the created date and time. So once we have received this, what is my intention? I here want to create an infinity item with this information. So here my action application will be infinity. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to create an item. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with the Infinity account. Let's select add new connection, connect with Infinity. So as we do that, here we can see the authorization has been successful. Why? Because I had already logged into my Infinity account. Now once this is done, here we have to enter the workspace, board, parent folder, source folder. Now to understand this, first I'm going to take you to my Infinity account. So here you can see these are the workspaces. I'm currently working on Pabbly Connect workspace. Now as I click on this, here we have got different boards, and these are the various boards, and here I'm going to work on this demo board. So as I open this board, you can see I have created a table. The name is employee contact details, and now I'm going to fill in the information here with the help of automation. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. So the workspace has already been captured by the system. Now we are working on demo board, and the folder name is employee contact details. Then we have the source folder. So here we can leave this field blank. I'm going to go down and fill in the information. So we need the email address. How can we get that? From the previous response. And this method of retrieving the information from the previous response is known as mapping. So as I take you here, you can see this here is the email address. Okay, now why is mapping important? So that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written any of this information manually, then even when my workflow was running with some new information, it wouldn't have taken that. Instead, it would have taken this manually written data, because the data would have become static. So that's why we always map the information. Then we have the phone number. This here is the phone number. Then we have the last name. So here is the last name and the first name. So once we have entered this, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received the response according to which an item must be created in Infinity. Let's go and check the same. And you can see we have received the same data here. Now, of course, here I have captured only the basic information. You can create a table with the information you want. Now, we are going to check this integration in live. So I'm going to take you back to Airtable, and here I'm going to fill in another information. So let's say the name here is test. Then we have the last name, which is new. Then we have the email testnew@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the mobile number, and that's it. The moment I click on enter, what should happen? Automatically an item should be created in Infinity. But since this trigger application is polling based, so we are supposed to wait for 10-15 minutes so that we can get the data there. So now let's wait. So it's been some time, and I'm going to take you back to Infinity, and yes, here you can see that we have received the data. This means our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So let's go up. This is an extremely easy two-step integration process where the trigger application is Airtable, the event is new record, and our action application is Infinity, the event is create item. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.